Hello, English 112 students. Welcome to week 6. It's Dr. Mills. I'm here to walk you through the assignments for this week. Week 6 starts on today, September the 22nd, Monday, and ends on September the 28th, Sunday. This week, you'll be completing 3 assignments. C3, the APA review, which is due on the 23rd, is a Connect SmartBook assignment that requires that you actually read through the chapter or read through the information and then do the APA Smart Book assignment. C4 is the Rhetorical Appeals Discussion Board, where you'll have to read an article that I've assigned to you and then use one of the assigned appeals, either ethos, logos, or pathos that I've assigned to you based on the last letter of your last name. We'll look at that in a second. And we'll talk about one other thing from the article that you noticed. You'll have to post before the 23rd, which is tomorrow night, and reply before the 26th, which is, let me make sure I'm telling you that right. 26th is on Friday. All right. So the other thing you have to do is another Connect assignment called C5, and C5 is reasoning and argument. Of course, C5 is a smart book assignment that requires that you look through the information and answer the questions. So let's look at C3 if we could. I want to make sure that I'm sharing my screen. And we want to share that one. So you should be looking at our Blackboard space now. C3, 4, and 5 is what we're looking at today. C3 is here as you prepare and plan the draft of the upcoming essay. The short APA review assignment in this folder will help remind you of some of the essential elements of reference and in-text citation. There's also some APA videos included in the folder. So if you took a look at the folder, you'll see that you've got the APA review here, the Connect assignment. Then you have a video that walks you through how to use in-text citations, quotations, and it goes over plagiarism and APA. That video is not too long. I think it's
Hi, everyone.
13 minutes long. Then below that is a video that walks you through how to create a references list. In APA, it's called references, not works cited. Make sure that you take a look at that information and follow that video as well before you complete the C3 assignment. C4 is the Rhetorical Appeals Discussion Board. It contains the assignment instructions and the link to the discussion board. It asks you to return to C3 as you prepare for this discussion. You'll need your notes from the C3 to complete your post for C4. So here in C3, it says you will read the article that's called Doubting Shakespeare's Identity Isn't a Conspiracy Theory. Then you're going to be assigned one of the appeals to analyze, either ethos, pathos, or logos. There's a chart way down below for your assigned appeal, and that's according to the first initial of your last name. You're also going to choose one other topic that's not an appeal to include in your response. So if you look down here, you'll see that ethos, anyone with the last name that starts with A through H, your assigned appeal is ethos. Anyone whose last name starts with I through O, your assigned appeal is pathos. And anyone whose last name starts with P through Z, you get to talk about the logos that's used in the article. In your initial post, you'll write a fully developed paragraph that analyzes the appeal that you've been assigned from the reading. Begin with a topic sentence that includes the overall position or argument that the author makes. The second sentence should introduce the appeal that you've been assigned and your analysis of it. So an example is here in this article on vegan diets, Smith equates meat to murder. While they use several effective rhetorical strategies, the appeals to logos in the text are underdeveloped, and ineffective. Your appeal paragraph should include quotes from the readings. For example, if you analyze logos and you claim that the author uses facts and statistics to provide support, then you should follow that sentence with an example of the facts and the statistics that are provided in the text. Also, remember to include a complete in-text citation in APA format. If you're analyzing ethos, you should conduct a search of the author outside of what you know from the text. Because you want to analyze the author's credibility, you may have to do an internet search for the author's name to see if he or she has a website or if any other stories appear that the author's written. You may also want to search social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn To find out more about the author's education and their professional experiences. Include an in-text and reference citations for any outside resources that you use. After each one of those examples or quotes, you need to explain the quote. Was the author's purpose of including that evidence? What was their purpose? What do you think it was? Finally, after your explanation, include some analysis. Was that specific example effective, or was it ineffective in convincing the audience? You tell me why or why not. Remember that this is an analysis of the strength of the argument and the use of appeals by the writer. It's not asking whether or not you agree with the argument. This paragraph that you write should be about 250 words at least. And in a separate paragraph, explain your analysis of one of the other elements from the reading, like the tone, is there any bias, or do some audience analysis. So make sure you look at the reading and understand what those are before you try to tackle this assignment. This is up to you, but you should choose only one of those. Just like that first paragraph, include a couple quoted examples, explain them, and analyze them. That next paragraph should be 100 words. So your original post should be at least 350 words. This is practice for that rhetorical analysis that you're going to write about one of your own sources. So you should do your best work. When you reply, you're going to respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. You'll respond to at least one person who analyzed a different appeal than you. So if you're with ethos, you've got to reply to at least one person who did pathos or logos. The other person, you may choose one who did ethos as well. You should further their analysis or add points to the person that they may not have included. And each reply should be at least 150 words. So 350 words for the original post, 150 more for each reply. That's 300. You're talking about 650 total words for this assignment. The link to the article, Doubting Shakespeare's Identity Isn't a Conspiracy Theory, is here. It's a web article. It's online. And then we have an example for you to see. So this video here demonstrates how you might go about the reading process for rhetorical analysis. Below that video, you're going to find a link to the article that's being analyzed in the video. If you're having trouble with our assignment here, watch this video after reading this article and you'll understand what we're trying to do here. Okay? So that's the C4 assignment. Again, your post for C4 is due on the 23rd and your replies are due on the 26th. The last thing for this week is the C5 assignment, which is again a connect assignment, reasoning and argument. You open this link, there's only the assignment to do here. All right. So if you've got any questions about any of these assignments, please make sure that you ask those of me. I'm going to post this video right here at the top. It'll be video week 6. If you've got any questions, please ask those of me. I appreciate all your hard work so far, and I will talk to you real soon.